Good afternoon, everybody. Over the past 2 days, we've been talking a lot about underrepresentation in STEM. And a couple of things emerged from our group's discussions. One is that there's a lack of data on both the status quo in STEM and also on effective interventions. Another is a lack of visibility and transparency on who STEM practitioners and researchers are and what they do and what their experiences are. And the last is that there still are continuing a lot of problems of mental health in STEM due to the isolation that many people may face and also the pressures of that type of career. So our goal is to create a platform that we can use to tell the whole story of STEM. We want to support mental health. We'd like to amplify the voices of the people in STEM and also to generate data. So to do this, we want to create a platform, a website called Log Lifebook. What we'll do is we'll pilot this program with PhD students. So a PhD student, they're going to generate a profile. They'll enter in some demographic data, and then they'll generate this profile that is personalized to them. It's private, and it's anonymous. So what they do when they log in is there'll be a prompt here that you can kind of see to tell your story, and they can enter information in there about maybe what happened that day. They can also kind of tell a story. There'll be different prompts there, and they could add this sort of as a milestone or a setback. And once they enter this text, they'll receive some feedback, and that feedback may come in the ways of sort of normalizing their experience or also signposting them to different resources. Over time, they'll generate kind of a timeline of these entries, and so they'll have this kind of personalized online private logbook of their experience in STEM. We think that this can extend outside of just the individual too, because once somebody generates one entry, they'll have the option of saying publish this entry. And if they do that, they'll be sent to a moderator. And those entries then, once they're moderated and screened through, can be put on sort of the login page. So if you go there, then you can see a specific story by somebody in STEM and start to learn what it's really like to be a researcher, both the positives and the negatives. And we hope this will help to raise the visibility of different underrepresented groups in STEM. From this data, as well as we start to generate all these inputs that individuals are putting in, we want to generate a word cloud. So this will be live time updating, so you can go and see what people are talking about and what they're entering. And once we generate enough data, enough of these people entering kind of their stories, what we want to do is generate a very large data set so that it can be analyzed to generate specific, statistically significant data on what types of interventions are working, what aren't working, and how you can correlate these with certain demographics. And that is our idea called Log Lifebook. Thank you.